My name is Jacinta Nampijinpa Price and I'm the Shadow Minister for Indigenous Australians and the Senator for the Northern Territory. I would probably define influence as being able to contribute meaningfully in another's life that has a positive impact on that individual, but also if it can extend beyond that individual and have a positive impact for a family or a community, then that to me is what I guess influence is. I do remember the first time I was written about and I guess described as a person of influence. I was 15 years old and I was part of a hip hop crew that myself, a couple of my cousins and school friends, we pulled together. As a group, we were written about. And the purpose of our music was, one, to express who we were as young Indigenous people in our community. We wanted to represent a positive image of young Indigenous people in our community. And so through our music, not only was it for the love of creativity and music, but it was to give that to our community as a gift, but also to, I guess, influence our peers. And there was a newspaper article that was written about us. We were called Flavor 4. And so I think that was one of the first times, I guess, we were recognised as a group of influential young people in our community. My greatest achievement, and this is probably a cliche, but is a motherhood. I have 4 incredible sons. It's hard having teenagers. It's hard being a teenage mother, which is, I was 17 when I had my first son. But I think once they become adults and you can see that they understand the importance of believing in themselves, of knowing that they have something of value to contribute, whether it's, immediately for themselves, for a family, for community, that you have done something right. And I feel very strongly that, my boys, from the feedback that I get from sometimes people who've just met them, is that they're thoughtful individuals and that they're helpful, they're polite, they listen. And I think it's testament to the fact that I think my youngest son is actually my stepson. So while I've been raising him since he was 4, the fact that he exhibits characteristics very similar to mine, and that he's a driven individual with a great moral compass, then I know that that to me is what success looks like. And if you can set the next generation up for success and meaningful contribution in their communities. I think we've got many influential Australians. Off the top of my head, I think they come from all spectrums. But I think some of the most important influential Australians are those who can create a turning point in a young person's life or a child's life. I just know, I think throughout your life, there are moments in your life where I think that can stand out to an individual, where you can pinpoint and say, this individual made me realise my own potential. And I think they exist throughout our wonderful country. I think we have many because we do belong to such a great country.